my crew a coupe. Yeah, I was two up, now I'm four up, two up. Huh, 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 huh. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Grew up. My shooter phantom. Crew anthems. The money dental. Crew anthem.
Do you remember? Who'd you bring home? Where did you go? Were you on your own? In the back of the cab with the friend you just met. How'd you end up in his bed? The best night you never had. Tell me, how'd you lose your head? It was the party chaos. Can't find my phone. Someone got arrested. Someone went home. There's lipstick on my neck. Stains on my dress. I guess I got carried away. It was the party chaos. Don't wanna go home. The cops are at the door. All my friends are on the floor. I got a stranger in my bed. My memory's gone. I guess I got carried away. Do you remember? What was his name? Was he a stranger? Or was he your ex? Did you get drunk and do something you regret? You really ought to use your head. The best night you never had. Tell me, how'd you lose your head? It was the party chaos. Can't find my phone. Someone got arrested. Someone went home. There's lipstick on my neck. Stains on my dress. I guess I got carried away. It was the party chaos. Don't wanna go home. The cops are at the door. And all my friends are on the floor. And all the friends are all red. My memory's gone. I guess I got carried away. I guess I got carried away. I guess I got carried away. It was a party chaos. How did I get here? Why am I still here? Who's in my bed? I can't remember. How did I get here? Why am I still here? Who's in my bed? I can't remember. How did I get here? Why am I still here? Who's in my bed? I can't remember. How did I get here? Why am I still here? Who's in my bed? I can't remember. It was the party chaos. Can't find my phone. Someone got arrested. Someone went home. There's lipstick on my neck. Stains on my dress. I guess I got carried away. It was the party chaos. Don't wanna go home. The cops are at the door. And all my friends are on the floor.
Street vibes, street vibes, street vibes.
Bands in, long socks, trucks in, four locks, drugs in a tuck spot, dog like Bando, Frito, Dillo, killers wear camo. Girl got a switch in her purse, she in first place for the bimbo. She from third base, uptown, love it when she get down. We get lit and get loud like gentrified neighbors. One by one, put them in the dirt like old school tapes in the whip, yeah. That's a feature you pay for, it ain't no way to stay in your lane when the road ain't paved. It won't save you, for the culture I bleed blue. Street lights red,
Too much energy, I could go hours like Hennessy. All of my enemies loving me. It's better to make a good one. Love my city, but I'm gone. Miss my baby when I landed, miss the city when I came back. I can't handle that. Keep my 10 toes to the concrete. Got the S in the front, then a P for the sneak, then a 6, 3 for the MG. Hey, made it out barely, now I'm right ready. Man, I love these city lights, tell me who I'm riding with. I'm a rocket scientist, so if I fall, I'm flying. And that's the way I'm dying. I ain't lying. Vibes, 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 vibes.
Who's the one with the juice? Who's the one who make the rules? Who's the one that really wanna do what I do? Who's the one that really wanna move how I move? And I don't know, no, I knew, and I don't know, no, I knew, but I know my crew. If you ain't with me, then war against me. I get so much hate, so many people never met me. If you feel some way, then baby, come and get me. I know so many people who say they won't test me, and I don't know about you, but I know my crew. Yeah. If so many people never met me, if you feel some way, then baby, come and get me. I know so many people who say they won't test me, and I don't know about you, but I know my crew. Yeah. But I know my crew. If you ain't with me, you are against me. And I don't know about you, but I know my crew. If you ain't with me, then you're against me.
Breathe it in. Breathe it in. Breathe it in. Street vibe. Bands and long socks, trucks and four locks. Drugs in the tuck spot, dogs like Bando, Fredo, Dildo. Killers wear camo. Girl got a switch in a Persian, first place for the bimbo. She put third base up, 10 11 when she get down. We get lit, get loud like gentrified neighbors, one by one. Put them in the dirt like old school tapes in the whip, yeah, that's a feature. You pay for it, ain't no way to stay in your lane when the road ain't paved. It won't save you for the culture. Bleed blue, blue, blue. Street lights red, we ride past them. Let it rip, street vibes, 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 street vibes. Too much energy, hard to go, I was like Hennessy. All of my enemies love me, it's better to make a memory. Love my city, but I'm gone, miss my baby in Allen. Miss the city when I came back, I can't handle that. Keep my 10 toes to the concrete. Got the ass in the front of the B for the sneak and the 6, 3 for the AMG. Hey, made it out barely, now I'm right back ready. Man, I love these city lights, tell me who I'm riding with. I'm a rocket scientist, so if I fall, I'm flying. That's the way I'm dying. I ain't lying. I am. Street vibes, 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 street vibes. Street vibes.
She like the way that it bump, like the way that it bump. She like the way that it bump, like the way that it bump. She like the way that it bump, like the way that it bump. She like the way that it bump, like the way that it bump.
That's a nice car, that's a nice song, but I ain't even feel it if the bass ain't strong. She ain't even vibing if the bass ain't on. Bass over everything, we ain't staying long. Said, ain't you my man? I said, that depends. She said, on what? I said, your sub.
Like the way that it bump.
Bass over everything, bass over everything. Bass over everything, bass over everything. Bass over everything, bass over everything. Baby wanna roll, say it's her favorite song.
Like the way that it bump, like the way that it bump. She like the way that it bump, 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 bump.
Bass over everything, bass over everything, bass over everything. Like the way that it bump. Bass over everything, bass over everything, bass over everything, bass over everything. You can feel it in your body, the way it's hitting. Shorty say she got me, baby. Quit your kidding. Don't be acting like I got a competition with your new addition. Said, what's that?
She said, said.
You can touch it, but don't mess it up. I said, oh, I like that. Girl, let's turn it up. She said. Something's about to happen. You can feel it in the air. All my skin is static. It is rising on my hair. Do you feel it? It's happening. We're dancing in the dark with flashing lights and racing on. We're dancing in the dark with flashing lights and racing on.
Underground rave energy. Underground rave energy.
Do you remember who'd you bring home? Where did you go? Were you on your own? In the back of the cab with the friend you just met. How'd you end up in his bed? The best night you never had. Tell me, how'd you lose your head?
you get drunk and do something you'll regret? You really ought to use your head. The best night you never had. Tell me how'd you lose your head? It was a party chaos. Can't find my phone. Someone got arrested, someone went home. There's lipstick on my neck, stains on my dress. I guess I got carried away. It was a party chaos. Don't wanna go home. The cops are at the door and all my friends are on the floor. I got a stranger in my bed, my memory's gone. I guess I got carried away. I guess I got carried away. It was a party chaos. I get here, why am I still here? Who's in my bed? I can't remember. How did I get here? Why am I still here? Who's in my bed? I can't remember. How did I get here? Why am I still here? Who's in my bed? I can't remember. How did I get here? Why am I still here? Who's in my bed? I can't remember. It was a party chaos. Can't find my phone. Someone got arrested, someone went home. There's lipstick on my neck, stains on my dress. I guess I got carried away. I guess I got carried away. It was a party chaos.
Grew up on my crew of cool, yeah. I was too up. I was too up. Now I'm full up, 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 full up. Crew anthem. My shooter phantom, cool anthems. The money dancer, cool anthems. The money dancer, cool anthems. Hey, we just having fun, we just having fun. Cool anthems, and I'm the man that makes it all happen. The money dancer, cool anthems. Crew anthem.
I hate the beach. I'm afraid of the ocean. I'd rather hang out with your family. I hate this drink. It's too sweet. Are you ready to run, baby? Turn down the treble, baby.
everything.
Bass over everything. All my favorite things, like going out, my favorite movie, and my favorite song. All the things that I never said. Turn down the treble, baby. Bass over everything. Bass over everything. Bass over everything.
I hate the beach. I'm afraid of the ocean. I'd rather hang out with your family. I hate this drink, it's too sweet. All the things that I never
Turn down the treble, baby, turn up the bass.
Bass over everything.
Turn down the treble, baby, turn up the bass.
Bass over everything.
all my favorite things, like going out, my favorite movie, and my favorite song. All the things that I never said.
Turn down the treble, baby, turn up the bass.
Bass over everything.
Turn down the treble, baby, turn up the bass.
Bass over everything.
Yeah, I just wanna get my groove on. Dance to the rhythm of the song. Bouncing up and down to the bass drum. Living on the underground rave. Energy. Yeah, I just wanna get my groove on. Dance to the rhythm of the song. Bouncing up and down to the bass drum. Living on
Yeah, I just wanna get my groove on. Dance to the rhythm of the song. Bouncing up and down to the bass drum. Living on that underground rave energy. Yeah, I just wanna get my groove on. Dance to the rhythm of the song. Yeah, I just wanna get my groove on. Dance to the rhythm of the song. Bouncing up and down to the bass drum. Living on that underground rave energy. Yeah, I just wanna get my groove on. Dance to the rhythm of the song. Bouncing up and down to the bass drum. Living on that underground rave energy.
Step into my limelight. Another party tonight. You know it's alright. We rave until the sunrise.
Yeah, I just wanna get my groove on. Dance to the rhythm of the song. Bouncing up and down to the bass drum. Living on the underground rave energy. Yeah, I just wanna get my groove on. Dance to the rhythm of the song. Bouncing up and down to the bass drum. Living on the underground rave energy. Yeah, I just wanna get my groove on. Dance to the rhythm of the song. Bouncing up and down to the bass drum. Living on the underground rave energy. Yeah, I just wanna get my groove on. Dance to the rhythm of the song. Bouncing up and down to the bass drum. Living on the underground rave energy. Yeah, I just wanna get my groove on. Dance to the rhythm of the song. Bouncing up and down to the bass drum. Living on the underground rave energy. Yeah, I just wanna get my groove on. Dance to the rhythm of the song. Bouncing up and down to the bass drum. Living on that underground rave energy. Yeah, I just wanna get my groove on. Dance to the rhythm of the song. Bouncing up and down to the bass drum. Living
can't change. Trying to go where I go, to go where I go. No more. I'm under the sky. I've been learning the things that I know, the things that I know for sure. But I can't change. Oh, it's like a wildfire burning inside and it's under control. Oh, I'm turning around, I've been running around, but I'm doing it right. My drink's been drinking, and I know it's all my fault. I've been sinking into a sofa. It's so uncomfortable. My friends are friends with my enemies. And I don't wanna hear their apologies. They keep saying they're there for me. My friends are friends with my enemies. With my enemies.
You can't be having fun without me. That's not fair. You're dancing on the floor without me. I'm not there. It's party chaos. It's party chaos.
static, it is rising in my head. Do you feel it? It's happening. We're dancing in the dark.
With flashing lights and racing our time. Underground rave energy. Underground rave energy. Underground rave energy.
Pounding music in my ears. Something about to happen, and it happens right in here.
Underground rave energy. Underground rave energy. Underground rave energy.
Underground rave energy.
Underground rave energy.
You can have everything you want. You can have everything you want. You can have everything you want.
Submit.
trying to go where I go, to go where I go. No more. I'm under the sky. I've been learning the things that I know, the things that I know. For sure. But I can't change. I see your face in the lights. It's like a neon painted night. I wonder if you feel the same. Or am I just lost in this haze? We can make it last. Let's forget the past. Marching in my head. Base soldiers, base soldiers, base soldiers. And it's the base soldiers, base soldiers, base soldiers. Marching in my head. Can you feel it? It's like I'm floating next to you. Underwater. I'm not afraid. It's like we're stuck inside this wave. And we can make it last. Forget the past. Marching in my head. And it's the base soldiers, base soldiers, base soldiers. And it's the base soldiers, base soldiers, base soldiers. Marching in my head. Street vibes. Let's talk about urban culture. These city lights turn into stars. I count the money with a big cigar. You can't tell me what I already know. I've been in this game for a long time. Let's talk about street vibes. Let's talk about urban culture. Street vibes. Let's talk about urban culture. Street vibes. Let's talk about urban culture. Street vibes. Let's talk about urban culture.
She like the way that it bump, like the way that it bump. She like the way that it bump, like the way that it bump.
She like the way that it bump, like the way that it bump. She like the way that it bump, like the way that it bump.
That's a nice car, that's a nice song, but I ain't even feel it if the bass ain't strong. She ain't even vibing if the bass ain't on. Bass over everything, we ain't staying long. Said,
Aren't you mad?
nah man.
That depends.
She said,
On what?
I said, wet it bump.
Bass over everything. Bass over everything. Bass over everything. Like the way that it bump, like the way that it bump, bump.
Baby wanna ride, baby wanna vibe, baby wanna roll. 808 hit, she say it's her favorite song. She like the way that it bump, like the way that it bump. She like the way that it bump, like the way that it bump.
Bass over everything. Bass over everything. Bass over everything. Like the way that it bump, like the way that it bump, bump. You can feel it in your body, the way it's hitting. Shorty say she got me, baby, baby, quit your kidding.
And I know it's so my fault. I've been sinking into a sofa. It's so uncomfortable. My friends are friends with my enemies. Oh. My friends are friends with my enemies. Oh. And I don't wanna hear their apology. Oh. My friends are friends with my enemies. Oh. She put her arm around my shoulder, but it's not what it seems. Cause her sister is the same girl who stole my self-esteem. My friends are friends with my enemies. My friends are friends with my enemies. Oh. And I don't wanna hear their apology. Oh. My friends are friends with my enemies. Oh. Oh, you can't be having fun without me. That's not fair. You're dancing on the floor without me. I'm not there. It's party chaos. Party chaos. My friends are friends with my enemies. My friends are friends with my enemies. And I don't wanna hear their apology. Who's the one with the juice? Who's the one who make the rules? Who's the one that really wanna do what I do? Who's the one that really wanna move how I move? And I don't know about you, but I know my crew. If you ain't with me, then you against me. I get so much hate from so many people who never met me. If you feel some way, then baby, come and get me. I know so many people who say they will, but won't test me. That's me. But I know my but I know my crew. If you ain't with me, then you against me. I get so much shit from so many people who never met me. If you feel so many, then come and get me. I know so many people who say they won't, but won't test me. That's me. I see your face in the lights. It's like a neon painted night. I wonder if you feel the same, or am I just lost in this haze? We can make it last.
We can make it last. Forget the past.
It's the bass soldiers.
Tribal to the bone, we attack with sound. Somewhere in the world we're around. Bass soldiers.
Where's the bass soldiers?
We're bass soldiers. We're bass soldiers. We are bass soldiers. 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 We march to the beats of a drum machine. Our systems go, we're a war machine. When the bass go boom, another dance floor down, make room.
Bass soldiers. Where's the bass soldiers?
We're bass soldiers. We're bass soldiers. We are bass soldiers. We're bass soldiers. Bass soldiers. We are bass soldiers. Bass turn into stars. I count the money with a big cigar. You can't tell me what I already know.
I've been in this game for a long time. Let's talk about street vibes. Let's talk about urban culture. Street vibes. Let's talk about urban culture. Let's talk about urban culture. Talk about urban culture. Let's talk about
These city lights turn into stars. I count the money with a big cigar. You can't tell me what I already know.
I've been in this game for a long time. Let's talk about street vibes. Let's talk about urban culture. Street vibes. Let's talk about urban culture. Let's talk about street culture. Urban culture. Let's talk about urban culture.
Transmission. Sector 9. The signal is bleeding.
Tungsten sky leaking through the vents. Mercury stains the monument. The reactor hums a hollow prayer. Static is the only ghost out there. Pressure climbs the copper spine. Wait for the clock to realign. Oxygen is the luxury we trade. Living in the silhouette of the blade. Like rain dissolves the iron grid. Everything the architect had hid. Distance screaming in the dark, waiting for the accidental spark. Silicon shifting in the silt. Guilt is the city that we built. Friction on the rusted gear. Listen to the frequency of fear. The core is cooling. The ghost is ruling. Black rain dissolves the iron grid. Everything the architect had hid. Distance screaming in the dark, waiting for the accidental spark.
Turbines snap against the heavy gale. A skeletal horizon starts to unveil. Hydraulic fluids leak into the frozen ground. The algorithm searches for a human sound. Circuit starts to feel the strain. A sudden fracture in the mainframe. We watch the silicon empire begin to fall.
Isolate the signal from the wreckage site. A rusted monolith bleeds into the night. Soldered the synapses to the cooling frame. The logic gate is burning with the liquid flame. Quantum jitter in the optical nerve. A trajectory that the sensors observe. The architecture starts to bend and sway as the solar wind strips the layers away. Velocity is the only currency left of every memory and shadow bereft. Cross the silence with a kinetic strike. This is the resonance the terminal is like. Scraping the carbon from the reactor floor. The ghost is knocking at the airlock door. A calculated drift in the central clock. The gears are grinding in a deadlock shock. Entropy is a constant. The void is an upgrade.
continents. The terminal is like data corruption complete. Zero state achieved. Pressure mounting at the bottom of the trench. The crushing weight that no machine can quench. Navigating by the sonar of the soul, where the lightless currents take a final toll. The abyss is staring with 1,000 eyes. Beneath that surface for the silence, like forget the oxygen and embrace the cold. The darkest story is about to be told. Sink into the black of the obsidian sea. Where the gravity sets the spirit free. No stars above and no ground below. Only the rhythm of the undertow.
Bioluminescence flickering in the mud. The taste of copper in the rising flood. Pressure valves are screaming at the hull. The heavy resonance inside the skull.
Don't breathe. The water is heavy. The water is home. Sink into the black of the obsidian sea. Where the gravity sets the spirit free. No stars above and no ground below. Only the rhythm of the undertow. Lost to the deep. Find out where what it is. No.
The synapse fires with a foreign intent. 1,000 gigabytes of violent dissent. Merging the consciousness with caustic code. Washing the ancient lentil walls around. The parasite is weaving through the frontal lobe. A silver needle in a velvet probe. I feel the static crawling under my skin. The transformation is about to begin. Feel the ego from the motherboard frame. A digital beast with a forgotten was an error. In a liquid light. The host is gone. Only the signal remains. Seven circles drawn in the digital dust. A sacrifice of iron and of ancient rust. The ritual begins within the heavy bass. A mirror reflecting a faceless place. Summon the resonance from the hollow earth. A violent labor and a jagged birth. The incense smoke is thick with burning lead. Communicating with the restless dead. Eldritch patterns on the monitor screen. The ghost of a god in the black machine. Sigils flashing in the strobe light glare. The scent of ozone in the stagnant air. The void is listening. The sequence is complete. Ascend. Ascend! Orbiting the edge of a collapse, the counter absolute zero has begun. Magnetic fields are tearing at the hull. The heavy sirens inside a dying skull. The light is bending in a perfect arc. A frozen journey through the hungry dark. A vessel rushing, pulling at the bone. A king of nothing on a carpet throne. Collapsed stars inside a hollow chest. The final movement of a cosmic rest. Drowning in the gravity of the void. Every single memory destroyed. Spaghettified logic in a stream of dust. A titanium spirit covered in rust. The center of the mass begins to scream. A violent rupture in the fabric dream. Like cannot escape. Time is a circle. The exit is sky. Collapsed stars inside a hollow chest. The final movement of a cosmic rest. Drowning in the gravity of the void. Every single memory destroyed. Beyond the horizon, singularity achieved. The fever climbs the ladder of the spine. A foreign sequence in the blood design. Veins are turning into copper wire, feeding the hunger of a new desire. The host is fading like a ghost in rain. A neural takeover inside the brain. Muscle fibers weave with silicon thread. The human element is being fed. Evolution through a violent graft. Sinking deep within the parasitic craft. The DNA is screaming in the dark, ignited by a microscopic spark. Living armor hardening on the chest. The pulse is frantic in the ribcage nest. A symbiosis of the rust and bone. The spirit abdicates the hollow throne. I feel it breathing. I feel it thinking. We are one. Evolution through a violent cloud. Sinking deep within the parasitic craft. The DNA screaming in the dark, ignited by a microscopic spark. the new species remains. Evolution to a falling. Infection complete. A new species remains.
The skyline is a row of broken teeth, chewing on the smog that rose beneath, making gutters for the neon street. The rhythm of the city is a slow defeat. Acid water staining every brick. The air is heavy and the light is thick. The storm is coming from the urban heart, watching as the pavement falls.
Silhouettes of gray against the leaden sky, where the brutalist cathedrals come to die. Geometric shadows on the frozen floor scale the heights of this indifferent war. The concrete is the only God we trust, a sanctuary made of salt and rust. The heavy angles dictate how we feel, wrapped inside a sarcophagus of steel. The clip is a turtle. To last. The antenna, the noise is the message.
The image is a lie.
Stand by. Miles of darkness stacked above the crown. The weight of the surface is pushing us down. Living in the tunnels where the daylight ends, where the iron vein of the city bends. Geothermal heat in the stagnant air, the heavy burden that we have to bear. Fluorescent flicker on the sweating wall, waiting for the upper crust to finally fall. Of the Titan hive, the only place where the ghosts survive. Beneath the layers of a shifting dirt, where the silence is a weapon and the shadows hurt. Mapping out the labyrinth of the steam, a claustrophobic fracture in the collective dream. We scavenge the copper from the old world bones, establishing the signal in the silent zone. Oxygen is low. The ceiling is moving. Dig deeper. In the belly of the Titan hive, the only place where the ghosts survive. Beneath the layers of the shifting dirt, where the silence is a weapon and the shadows
unaffected. Why would you try to ever put me stuck if you're just another groupie to me? No, I'm not a single, and I think I'm real. Now I got standards, if I fuck like Bill. I'm not a single, tell me what's the deal. Now I got standards, if I fuck like Bill.
They know me and Jay Dale's
say? That you only meant well, cause you did what you say. That it's all for the best, cause it is what you say. That it's just what we need, you decided this, what you say. What did she say? That it's all
everything that you thought I would be is falling apart right in front of you. Every step that I take is another mistake to you, and every second I waste is more than I can take. I've become so numb, I can feel you there. Become so tired, so much more aware. I'm becoming this. All I want to do is be more like me and be less like you.
time is up, my time is now. You can't see me, my time is now. It's the franchise where I'm shining now. You can't see me, my time is now. You can't see me, my time is now. Time is up, my time is now. You can't see me, my time is now. It's the franchise where I'm shining now. You can't see me, my time is now. Your time is up, my time is now. You can't see me, my time is now. It's the franchise where I'm shining now. You can't see me, my time is now.
Very cool days, we are shining, and we are never
bitches talking out they jaw. Next minute calling for the law. This not an album calling for the law. They ain't getting 20 so they ball. I can never lose.
And they got it on lock, man, of course. They say I got the juice, I got the sauce. These haters on my body, shake 'em more. Pussy, I'm a bully in the boss. I'm killing them, sorry for your loss. I just caught a body, Randy Morris. Now this year I'm really going north. Ooh. Ooh. These haters on my body, shake 'em more. I call her Heffany. These haters on my body, shake 'em more.
Close to you right now. Close to you right now.
to the room of people who have rooms of people that they love one day docked away. Just because we check the guns at the door doesn't mean our brains will change from hand grenades. You'll have another psychopath sitting next to you. You'll have another murderer sitting next to you. You think that I get there sitting next to you, but after all I've said, please don't forget.
Got me lifted, shifted, higher than the ceiling. And ooh, it's the ultimate feeling. You got me lifted, feeling so gifted. Sugar, how you get so fly? Got me lifted, shifted, higher than the ceiling. And ooh, it's the ultimate feeling. You got me lifted, feeling so gifted. Sugar, how you get so fly? Got me lifted, shifted, higher than the ceiling. And ooh, it's the ultimate feeling. You got me lifted, feeling so gifted. Sugar, how you get so fly? Got me lifted, shifted, higher than the ceiling. It's the ultimate feeling. You got me lifted, feeling so gifted. Sugar, how you get so fly?
I ain't worried about a thing, I just hit the lick. I got a fat sack and a super fly chick. I'm a dying nigga, you can say to a player. Why? She fly like a blaze in the air. That's why you do I like myself. The wrong tone. I think you're in the shit. I'm in the old zone. Fly. I like to go and fly. I play with you. I'm getting so fly. Conversation.
Every night, every day, so worried, don't feel the same. Every night, every day, can't help but to worry. You keep on running around with other women in town. I've had enough of these games. How will we kicking you out? You keep on running, 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 running. You keep on running, 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 running. You keep on running, 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 running. You keep on running around. You keep on running around with other women in town. I've had enough of these games. How will we kicking you out? You keep on running around with other women in town. I've had enough of these games. How will we kicking you out? You keep on running, 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 running. You keep on running, running, running. You keep on running, running, running. You keep on running around. You keep on running, 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 running. You keep on running, 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 running. You keep on running, running, running. How will we kicking you out? Every night, every day, can't help but to worry. Every night, every day, can't help but to worry. You keep on running, 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 running. You keep on running, 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 running. You keep on running, 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 running. You keep on running around. You keep on running around with other women in town. I've had enough of these games. How will we kicking you out? You keep on running around with other women in town. I've had enough of these games. How will we kicking you out? You keep on running, 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 running. You keep on running, 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 running. You keep on running, 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 running. You keep on running around. You keep on running, 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 running. You keep on running, 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 running. You keep on running, 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 running. How will we kicking you out?
Give a side, motherfucker.
Excuse me, I thought this was a drum and bass festival.
dead. I slapped my girl, she called the feds. I did that time. I'm headed home, I'm almost there. I'm on my way, headed up the stairs. To my surprise, a nigga replacing me. I had to take him to that ghetto university. The lights, cop lights, flashlights, spotlights, strobe lights, street lights. All of the lights, all of the lights. Fast life, drug life, thug life, rock life, every night.
Turn up the lights in here, baby. Extra bright, I want y'all to see this. Turn up the lights in here, baby. You know what I need, want you to see everything. Want you to see all of the lights. Fast cars, shooting stars, all of the lights, all of the lights. Until it's taken, baby, all of the lights.
Left hook, snap, right hook, crack, the towers grow. They touch the moon, they lean down low to watch me swoon. Glass giants sneer, their windows blind, they do not hear the grind, the grind. Falling through the cracks of the sidewalk where the bitter wind slices my cheek like a razor blade left in the rain. Concrete teeth out biting down the jaw of the town, chewing all our marrow, stone mouth shut tight, grinding out the ink, blot hour, thick gravel in the mouth. The air tastes like lead and old pennies. Thud, the shadows make a screeching sound. High pitch, bend jagged against the wall. Splinter, the pavement drinks the copper leak. Hungry for the wetness. Gravity is a fist. The skyscraper is a thumb. Pressing, the ribs are piano keys. Playing a symphony of grit. The street doesn't blink, the street doesn't think. Static in the lungs. Great flavor on the tongue. The city is full. The city is full.
Taking tip of the plastic needle, pit patter of the steady copper train. The subway mappers ink beneath the concrete skin. Steel tubes slide through the arteries of glass. Sibilant screams as the silver cars begin to slip like cells that never let us pass. Every station stops the ticking clock. Every platform is a puncture in the block. Tapping the top of the bitter pit, pricking the pulse for a tiny bit. Pick the thin skin on the tipping point. Pressure builds in every rusting joint. The flow is heavy while the tank stays thin. The flow is how the hollow ghost begins. Second dry until the filling emptiness remains. The flow is copper pulsing through our tired veins. Six-speed cycle spinning on the slickest street. 16 seconds since the last delivery was sweet. Since the system siphons every drop of sweat. Smallest slivers are the only chips we get. The flow of data is a parasitic kiss. The flow of labor is the center of the hit. Punctured rhythm of the plastic life. Parting skin with the paper thin knife. Total extraction of the vital tide. Top it off while we wither inside. Stopping. Slick suits slide inside the mall.
own son. The harvest of the many for the heavy ones. Siphon the sap, sever the source. A systemic slaughter, a matter of course. Down, 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 down. Marrow sucker. Scrape the stem, masticate the specimen. Wait, 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 wait. The iron, the oil, the chrome. Lusted hands grip the cold chrome, the engine moans, and it's at home. A hollow toe for the broken bone. The smokestack chokes on a gray throne. So the heavy pressure grows below where the toxic water flows. This iron load breeds a fake road. Deadly life in a cage of gold. Rusted hands with the piston slow while the gears groan in the deep below. The furnace coughs a black bile. Rusted hands drunk a grease file. A steady from in the iron lung. The bitter salt on a swollen tongue. Fold the metal till it snaps. Hold the rhythm in the traps. Old the copper turns to green. Cold the pulse of the machine. Gas in hands, slow blow. The iron lung gasps low.
Static, pulse rhythmic throb. Voltage, RC increasing. The atmosphere hangs heavy like a crate of bruised fruit. The firmament shrieks with a fruit of jagged iron. Silicone pulses stuttering like humidity. The horizon bends until the glass begins to crack. Copper strands split open. Voltage arcs divide. Ribbon cables fraying. Silver bolts collide. Gravity fails the clouds. The cloud gravity climbs. The zenith kisses the dust. The zenith names. We watch the ceiling split into 1,000 slim bars. The socket breaks and the organic system shivers. The erasure of the city is a slight disruption. Grid failure is a minor miscalculation. Squeeze turn the mercury and drip onto the pavement. The air tastes of pennies and spent machinery. Fractured sequence, digital debris, system failing, reality unbinding. Sky is falling on warpwards. The ground is rising down. Steady. Silence. generator rust in the pipes. Static in the marrow, copper on the tongue. Pounds of great pressure, breast becomes the numb. Elbows turn to anchors, dragging through the silt. I am the slag heap, I am the purple welt. Ticking in the knuckles, heavy as a stone. The factory owns the marrow owns the chrome. Wealth drains the health, health drains the wealth. Sickness buys the time, time buys the sickness. Lead belly beast in a shallow concrete bed. You fed us the sediment, you sold us the lead. Grease slick vultures in the boardroom tower, grinding down the muscle every goddamn hour. Stagnant mercury running through the wrist. A heavy metal bargain that we can't resist. The gums turn blue in a fractured smile. Walking is a chore for a quarter of a coil. Brain fog thickening like a winter steam, drowning in the logic of a broken clean. The lungs are sponges for the soot and the grime, stalling out the engine, stalling out the mind. Choke on the dividends, choke on the scrap. Building up your empires on the Tardesic map. Poverty is gravity pulling at the knee. The water is a weapon for the world to see. You poison the well, then you bottle the rain. A prophet is the agony is the gain. Heavy is the bread, bread is the heavy. Gray is the day, day is the gray. Sinking in the muck, sinking in the luck. And the sludge and the grease and the plastic and the bone and the rust and the grime and the seeds that were sown and the muck and the mud and the copper and the lead. The great drain gulps every word that was said, and the lime and the lie and the oil and the silk. The heavy weighted pulse of the city we built. Down through the marrow, down past the nickel, down. Got a post thumping in the belly of the brick. The great drain gulp until the current gets thick. Most ferryman waiting on this subsidian stream. Just the rhythm of the runoff and the sulfur and the steam. Got a post drumming on the floor of the D, where the secrets of the pavement go to rot in the slate. Yo, check the slick on the walls where the kinfolk crawl. Ain't no gold in the pocket when you're back in the wall. The sticks is a trickle to the weight of this flow. We the mercury kings in the kingdom below. And the rags and the glass and the nails and the hair. The great train breathes through the heavy weighted air. Down where the pressure drops down. And the salt and the oil and the grit. The great drain lives for the bottom of the pit. And the flow and the surge and the swell and the leak. The rhythm of the strong and the waste of the weak. Cut a pulse thumping. The great drain dumping. And the flow and the surge and the weight and the wet. And the color and the cold and the grime and the sweat.
Anxious alloy shivers in the grip. A nervous striker counts the friction. There's mercury in the brass casket. The ancient metal breathes through the right thing. It takes the air with the leaden tongue, sculpted for a singular brutal grace, a masterpiece of kinetic potential. The hammer falls but restored, spinning out of the iron throat, screaming through the stagnant air, eating the distance in a silver blood. Behold the blooming of the Harlem Lake, a copper flower in the garden of impact. Such intricate patterns on the canvas, the beauty of the ballistic prayer. It arrives, it opens, it stays. Is a brittle landscape. The lead is a thirsty traveler. Physics screams in a dialect of pressure. A tricolon of trauma. The entry, the expansion, the exit. The anxious steel is silent now. The masterpiece is complete. The sculpture rests in the click, 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 click. Click. Fee-gonjic glitch in the logic, breaking copper, no signal. Bretton on ghost, frequency, waiting for the packet to load. He lost his signal and his sanity to the wall. The glass goes cold. Where did the data go? Into the deep seal. Who owns the silence? The man in the silence. Broken is the wire that kept us broken. Let's spin the be a frame. Fragments of a face. Is there a askew? None in the grave. Fiction is the ghost. Fiction. The cabler bleeds rust. The cabler bleeds trust. Sis when tax of war. System crash. That line on the grid. No more the data. 0, 0. Resides within the chambers of the mind. Mind that yields to saturnine decay. Glassy stare, leaden limbs, shallow gasps, bitter taste, cold iron, viscous flow, slow pulses, heavy weights. The obsidian nectar floods the paste. A gentle dampness settles in the marrow. A quiet gathering of the ancient dust, where once the vibrant current used to run. Forgive the man, his weary constitution broken by the blackest humors. Weeping walls, silent bells, empty halls, stagnant wells, heavy fogs, dying trees, rising walls. The physician closes to let the bound tome of a melody that has no cure. Cure found only in the final rest for the city of the indigo spill.
Get us, no freaks we free from. Speak the synthetic, speak atmospheric oscillation, mask the observation. Speak the pathetic, speak affection to mutation, breeds a ghost reputation. Sibilant hiss. Silence is heavy when amps screaming loud. Quiet is deafening amidst electronic cloud. The signal is stalling. My throat is a copper coil humming with the static. Frequency that's motion makes the logic seem erratic. The current is shifting but the meaning stays stagnant. Signal is decaying while the noise becomes a magnet. Truth is the hidden truth. Binary interference kills the fundamental proof. Truth is the unbidden truth. Algorithm renders wisdom aloof. Click, crackle, muted bellows, frantic bellows, static charged in velvet mellows. Shatter the mirror with the whisper of thunder. Bury the bullion while the lead pulls asunder. Interruption. The white noise flood. Push the piston, break the bone at the edge. Copper pulses, kinetic brawn at the edge. Cables crackle, keeping pace at the edge. Feeling strings on snapping place at the edge. Static buzzes, a tiny itch, a small fatigue. The urban interconnectivity feels like inner neck activity. Feeling strings are buzzing loud, pavement pounding through the crowd. Static pricks the skin, a minor scrape, broadcasting the panic, no escape. Brick and bracket, broken glass at the edge. Power lines and people pass at the edge. Concrete clicking, cold and slate at the edge. Billion blades that bifurcate at the edge. Electric current, just a hum. Twitching fingers, cold and numb. The frequency is grinding down below the movement of the town. The millstone stretches its iron jaw wide. It tastes the silk of a trembling wrist, a metal throat where the fragile must hide. The piston demands a supple twist. Soft grain the tissue against the cold slab, converting the pulse into static force. And crushed industrial hunger begins to grab. A biological life runs its course. The grinder swallows the marrow and calcium, building the city from tendons and grit. A heavy friction inside the gymnasium. The gear finds a space where the vertebrae fit. Behold the joy in the metal laughter, the rhythm of the systematic slaughter. The meaning of existence ever after depends on if the foreman wants some water. Dead is steel kisses the curve of the thumb. A porcelain knuckle becomes a brass screw. The biological engine is finally numb. The quota is high and the parts are brand new. Shoulder, turning the rib to a wire. The atmosphere grows a bit colder. The machine is the only empire.
Softly slips the sock into the seam, scraping the timber, a silent sharp scheme. The whole breach is where the copper-colored fang bit deep. The serrated legacy where the vessel was split. Upward crawls a sickening brine. Lost is the rhythm, lost is the line. The jagged tooth of the floorboards took its fee. A fee paid in pulse, a fee paid in the knee. The rust is a map, the rust is the sea. Stay in the deck, sting the decree. Stiffen in the mass, the sickness spreads. Sinking the ballast, pulling the threads. The bilge is full of a heavy fake red. Red is the tide, red is the dread. Cracked is the frame, the pressure arrives. Arrives the ruin where the fever thrives. Small was the scratch, small was the sign. Sign of the end, sign of the sinking the vessel, sinking the vessel. The serrated legacy wins. Bittersweet, the copper taste. Brittle teeth, the friction grates. Corroded lungs, the vapor wastes. Jagged spikes, the silence pace. A freezing burn inside the throat. The liquid ice begins to float. It sears the skin but leaves no scar. It kills the near but feels so far. One tongue destroys, one tongue betrays, one tongue decays. It spills the oil, it starts the spill, it kills the will. Toxic vapor rising slow. Toxic vapor starting low. One tongue destroys, one tongue betrays, one tongue decays. Glassy shards, the vocal cord. Screeching steel, the heavy board. Alkaline, the river flows. Caustic where the anger grows. Cold heat stinging, raw salt singing. Ice flames licking, clock gears clicking. The mouth, the furnace, the dry frost. The mouth, the tally of the cost. Sizzling, melting, fading. The tongue remains, the tongue remains. The tongue remains. just drops down. Pretty girl deals death. Drab dreams drift deep, dry. Dander defies depth. The handle is cold. Silver tongue, stay stuck. Prize blood, way back. You keep the distance. You hold the fracture. Four walls of bone, one exit of stone. The hinges are rusted shut. The marrow is drying out. Keep me outside away, keep me inside the cage. The prosecution of the wood is spin. My geometry is dripping down. Dull drones drown deep. Daggers dance daily. The door is my law. Don't drift, don't drift, don't draw, don't draw. The deadbolt is the doctrine. The door is the degree.
The window is a bit thin. I bit my lip until it went stiff. The winter is just a little sting. A simple twitch in the wrist. If this room is a bit crisp, the frost is just a film. A minor spill of silver. A tiny bit of chill. The wind is a jagged blade of salt. Our talk is a slush of grey spit. The ice skin grows thick. The blue bruises starts to stick. I am losing the will to shiver. The blood is turning to grit. Is a fever just alive? A marrow tells. The heat is a ghost on a lip. A slight dip in the mercury. A quiet final slip. The blankets are a bit damp. Your words are a bit blunt. The furnace is just a box. A small stunt of our lungs. The air is a rod of sleet. A foul gnaw at the bone. The ice skin is my new coat. The only thing It is getting rather comfortable. The frost is a soft fleece. The freezing is just a nap. A minor gap in the pulse. The teeth stop the clicking. The clock stops its ticking. A tiny bit of quiet. A tiny bit of calm. It's quite pleasant now. That's a bit of sleep. That's a bit of peace. The ice skin is ticks. Crunch the timber. Snap the jagged bone at the junction. Jerk a lever, feel the function. Knuckle deep in a calcified cage. Jackal teeth on the history page. Kicking the dust in the back of the throat. Jury is out on a singular note. My mouth is a gate with the hinges torn. My mouth is a porch where the timber is worn. The latch is a wreck in the gravel and grit. The lock is a scrap where the hammer hits. Witness the state of the crashing. Where the muscle meets the deafening. A crooked snap in the skeleton. The talk is gone, the yelling done. Welcome the weight of the crashing. last rung. Jejun whispers in the jar of salt. Everything grinds to a jagged halt. Gather the breath in a cavern of lead. Push the pressure till the cheeks turn red. Force the bellows, break the seal. Grind the cog and spin the wheel. Lungs are heavy, ready to burst. Shout the blessing, scream the curse. Lungs are heavy, ready to fly. Reach for the peak of a jagged cry. A tiny hiss, just a click. The gate is stuck. Crashing, stay. The silk shifts under the copper glimmering brim. A hollow swallow for every neighbor, her and him. The bucket bring us smiles with a silver-plated tooth, selling us a liquid version of the gospel truth. The flavor ends a jagged green and stinging view. We got the heavy-weighted, murky-tinted brew. So generous, this gift of mineral and lead, ensuring every fruit is sufficiently well-fed. The kindness of the merchant is a heavy weight, a charity of iron on a rusting plate. Dream deep of the silver vein, data smelling flow, where the rush is wide and the leaden lilies grow. The reservoir is thick with the benevolence of theft, and soon there's nothing but a shallow silence left. Shallow silence left. My vision tastes the sharp, a vinegar-colored hum. The numbing plumbing makes my copper tongue go numb. He offers up a second ladle, free of charge, while the belly ink is growing glowy rather large. The well keeper is a sake of the oily slick, providing us the means to get quite rapidly sick. The sentiment is hard to digest. He put the minerals into the village chest. My hands are turning a shade of sour blue. The horizon is a sense of rotting dew. The abundance is overwhelming. A final sip for the thirsty dying. Murky sinking.
Heavy pressure. The rising static. Air thin, cold steel. Clock ticks, still feel. Long strings, chest tight. Edge blurs, pale sight. The walls are folding like a map. The mercury begins to snap. A mountain grow within the ear. The exit sign is drawing near. The final gasp arrives at last. A heavy ghost from out the past. This closing side to break the fast. The die of life is truly cast. Waits in corner gloom, a patient guest inside the room. He lost his breath and his hope today, while grasping for a distant stay. The curtain shivers on the rail. The post speaker slowly fail. Whatever waits behind the screen is better felt than ever seen. One slow pull, 0.